So hello, here we are in our clinic in San Juan del Sur, in Nicaragua, in the nicest place of Nicaragua in San Juan del Sur. Here we are with our patient Merv. He comes from
Canada.
from Canada, and he has been now with us for the last
6 weeks.
For the last 6 weeks. He nearly got every day. He got a treatment. Now, what had happened to you? What had they?
I was diagnosed with a lung cancer.
You see, he had been diagnosed with lung cancer. And
Yeah.
what did happen then?
I had an operation where they cut out microscopic. They went in and took out the small part of my lung. There's a tumor. Originally it was almost 3 centimeters, but it actually had shrunk.
Okay, so what did we do? After this, we looked for metastasis with our bioelectrotherapy diagnosis, but we couldn't find, in the end, we couldn't find anything more. So this means, I think, we are convinced he has no remnants of his lung cancer. So what else had been diagnosed?
Oh, I have COPD, emphysema.
Chronic obstructive pulmonary disease.
Right.
This means emphysema.
Yeah.
And what else?
And the other one is lung fibrosis.
Lung fibrosis. This is always deadly. It's a so-called autoimmune disease. According to us, autoimmune diseases do not exist. Unfortunately, how are they treated?
Oh, steroids.
With steroids, with cortisone. You never ever should be treated with steroids, because the reason of lung fibrosis or multiple sclerosis, it's always a chronic infection with Lyme borreliosis, with bacteria, or with syphilis bacteria. This is the biggest hoax in medicine. So, what have you been told in Canada by your medical doctors?
On the fibrosis?
Yes.
Well, they have one drug experimental that they can try, but it won't improve it. It may maintain it, but the side effects are horrendous.
Yes. Terrible side effects. So, what else did they tell you? What possibility would be in order to cure you from lung fibrosis?
The only thing they could do is a lung transplant, but because one, I'm not sick enough, they said, and two, I'm 63, and at 63, they don't do lung transplants.
You hear, at the age of 63 in Canada, they are no longer doing lung transplant because it's too expensive, first, and second, I suppose the survival rate of somebody with a lung transplant is just only 2 or 3%, and of those surviving, they can survive a year or two. Then they will die in a terrible way. So what did we do?
Stem cells?
We worked with human embryonic stem cells and in combination with an autoimmune vaccine. But we took his blood, part of his blood, we augmented his bacteria and viruses in his blood. This means his bacteria, Lyme disease bacteria or syphilis bacteria and many other bacteria, whatever he is harboring in his blood. How many bacteria are known in medicine? Just only 1.5%. How many viruses are known? Just only 1%. So without knowing his bacteria and viruses he is harboring, we augmented them by 100,000 times. We killed them, and now he got his own bacteria and virus in a killed form in combination with the human embryonic stem cells together, and this we injected intravenously. I think nobody is doing that intravenously. They inject it perhaps in the knee, in the hip, or underneath your skin. And I think we are the only ones worldwide who is doing that therapy. This goes in combination with a reserve antibiotic. One of the best reserve antibiotics is vancomycin. We gave him the infusion. Vancomycin has got to be infused in his veins, and at the same time he got the application, intravenous application of our combined embryonic stem cell vaccine. So now what happened right in the beginning, that's quite interesting. When you got to know me here, when I got to know you 6 weeks ago, could you walk up the hill?
Oh, no.
How many meters could you walk?
10 steps.
10 steps, and then afterwards you had to sit
Stop
down.
and breathe, and then a minute or two, then another 10 steps and stop, and 10 steps and stop.
Now he can walk up.
Well, like 250 meters and very steep grade. Now my legs get sore, but my lungs are good.
And what can you run on the beach in the meantime?
Yes. Well, and part of the treatment, their regime is to walk on the beach daily. A couple of times I was out with my friends. We were walking the beach. I decided to jog for some reason, and I thought I'd take 2-3 steps and I'd have to stop. I went the whole length of the beach, 1 kilometer.
He's jogging on the beach.
Yes.
Before he could only walk 10 meters. So this is something I think nobody has ever done, nor is doing worldwide. A combination from intravenous autoimmune vaccine in combination with embryonic stem cells intravenously. Nobody has done this before. We are working on with this for the last 3-4 months, and with unbelievable success. At the same time, we are applicating the vancomycin, a reserve antibiotic, and in order to lift up the effectiveness of the reserve antibiotic, we are using colloidal silver. And colloidal silver is lifting up the effectiveness of the antibiotic by the factor of 100 to 1,000. That's a result. He can run, he can jog on the beach, and I think in order to get up from down there till up your hill, it's not only 250, it's at least 700 meters.
It's steep. It's a long way.
It's a long way.
Yeah.
I even thought it was at least 1 kilometer.
I don't think the doctor can walk it.
No, I would have difficulties in walking that up myself. But I say I'm a little bit younger. No, 10 years older.
Yeah, there you go.
Thank you very much, Merv.
Thank you, Doctor.
Yes,
no, I appreciate it.
Yes.
It's our new lease on life for me.
We have seen of your family and our surroundings at least 20 people,
Yes,
25 people from Canada, because they are so very much convinced of our therapy.
Yes.
Thank you very much, but you are one of the first ones with the
Yes.
application, intravenous application. So we are worldwide the first ones to applicate this combination intravenously. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thanks, Francis.